today I've got a throttle body here. You probably wondering why you got a throttle body there. This is the throttle body off the truck Papa wrecked. We think we might have found a replacement truck from a friend of ours that has one he's wanting to sell. It has a problem with the throttle body. It'll cut out. What the truck's doing is when you go down the road, you first crank it up, and then say you pull out your driveway and go take off. As soon as you get probably 100 yards down the road, it goes basically into depowered, like limp mode, and it just idles. What's wrong is this throttle body motor and everything. It's going to have to, it needs a new throttle body put on it. So what I'm doing is I pulled the one off of the old truck that he crashed, and they look the same, so we're going to try to put this one on that truck. Thanks for his food, honey. So we're going to try to put this one on that truck and see if it'll work. So I right now, before I put it back on the truck we may be buying, I'm going to clean it, because you can tell it's filthy. We got some starting fluid. I ain't got any throttle body cleaner I'm out, so I'm just going to use starting fluid. It do something. Spray it in there. And then take a rag. It's hard to do this one-handed, and wipe it out. I already cleaned the other side. Got it cleaned up pretty good. Worked out. This is actually if you take your vehicle to a shop and they tell you that your throttle body needs cleaning, this is all they do to it. They pull it off, they unbolt them, unplug the lines, unplug the plugs for whatever electrical. A lot of them will have a IX sensor, idle air control, little motor that I think that's what this is, which I'm pretty sure it is, because that's the only thing this one has on it. Yeah, so this is your idle air control. On Chrysler's, you can actually take this off and replace it, but on this one evidently you can't. And just looking at it, so that's one down thing, because then you got to buy a new throttle body. I don't like that, but I like Chrysler design a lot better on that than this. But anyway, you just kind of, all they do is they spray it with the throttle body cleaner, with their carb cleaner, and clean the inside out. You get all this old black crap off. It'll help you fuel mileage some around the flap and everything. I won't have to do this with two hands, so I'm going to sit y'all down right here so y'all can watch me. And you just basically clean all that crud out of there. It's just unburned fuel and everything, and crust on the inside of them. And you generally pay them an arm and a leg to do it, and there's really nothing to it. It's one of the easiest gravy jobs in automotive. Alright, y'all should be able to see me fine from up there. So I gotta take this one apart. I hadn't took this truck apart yet. I gotta tore the crash one apart. I went ahead and did that because that thing is just a mess. It was not going to be fun to try to film while I was under that crunched up hood and everything. I never got it off. I barely got it off with the way the front end's crushed down the front, because these throttle bodies here, they mount right here on the front of these trucks, and of course there's no flag. Okay, everybody's probably wondering, where is the Sunbelt Ag Expo videos? They will be up, see, Saturday, Monday, and possibly Wednesday. I'm very excited to share some of the stuff we've seen. It was just one of the best shows I had been to yet. The competition between all the manufacturers was just unreal. The equipment this year was probably some of the best equipment as a whole I've seen yet. It was very, very impressive, especially the round balers. Very tight competition. I mean, it was just unbelievable how many good balers there are out there now. Met a ton of y'all that watch the videos, who tune in, subscribers. Cannot say thank you enough to everybody for watching these videos. It really put in perspective just how much this channel means to everyone, and how many people actually watch this, all ages, men, women, children. I mean, it was something, and I cannot say thank you enough to everybody for tuning in and watching every week. It's very, very humbling. Be a lot more of this, what all went on. I also want to give AGCO a shout out. If you follow our Facebook page, you kind of got an idea of a few of the things that went on while we were there. Some very special stuff. They treated me and my wife just unbelievable. And I just want to say thank you to the whole team at Massey Ferguson AGCO. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling this air box intake off so I can get this throttle body off. I just pulled the taps off. There's 3 taps to hold this on. Took me about 30 minutes to change this thing, but I cut it down so that way y'all ain't got to watch the whole thing. I cut the line right there. It was stuck on, which I didn't show. I took a pick and tried to get it loose, but I couldn't. It was just been on there forever and being a pain, so I cut it. Had another one off the wreck truck, which is what the throttle body come off of, as I already said, and I just swapped them out. The one that was on the wreck truck was actually in better shape. I'm pulling the other line off the other side, and then this is the line that I actually cut, but it's the one off of the wreck truck that I'm sticking on. This is pretty simple to do. I mean, there's 2 lines, plug, and 3 bolts, like I said. They're not really hard to take on and off. If you have to take it to the shop, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. This is the hose I've been dealing with, this little booger here. They go right on the bottom of this throttle body assembly right there, and they're a pain to get to because they're all the way underneath all this crap. I don't know why they had to make it that way, but they did. But it's not that bad. It's pretty simple compared to a lot of things I've dealt with. Alright, so now all I gotta do is put the taps back on, hold it back up. It seems like it's gonna work out alright. I do believe they are the same, which is a miracle because they're not the same engine. So that's why it's probably gonna have to be reset. Of course, it shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter on these. It should, if the computer just tells it is already set and they're the same, it really shouldn't matter. But you never know. Really, it needs check engine light cleared off of it. Everything reset, but it shouldn't matter. I've replaced it before on other things and never had to use a scanner on them times, but every vehicle's different. And they want you to bring them into the dealership so that way they can collect their money. That's what it all boils down to. And the reason why they're making it, I've never talked about it, I don't think, on here, but I have a 53 Chevy pickup with my grandfather that I've never shown on this channel, and I put the motor and everything in it. It's an antique truck of mine, and it's full original other than the engine, and I have the engine. I even have the bill of sale to the truck from the original owner. It's a 3-owner truck. We are the 3rd owner. The 2nd owner was a friend of ours, and he didn't have it very long. The original owner was a school teacher. I even know all about her. I got the information on her. The truck even had a name. All that she ever did with it was drive it to school every day. as her daily driver, and it is in immaculate condition for a 53 truck. All original. Nothing. It's even got the original wood boards in the bed of the truck. Nothing is not original. Until we changed the engine out, which the engine that was in it started using oil, and we had the choice of rebuilding another one and it not lasting that long, because quite frankly the engines during that time they didn't last long. The oil was bad, was the main thing, but they had some other things that weren't that good on those little, I think it's 6-cylinder, or we went from a 4-cylinder to a 6-cylinder. It's got a 6-cylinder in it now. I think it's, I believe it was another 6-cylinder. Hell, I can't remember now. It's been a while. I used to know all about it. I had all the information detailed in there, and I wrote you a book on the thing. Hell, I can't remember now. It's been so long. But that is a throttle body change. That simple, that easy. 2 hoses, a plug, and 3 bolts. There you go. Back together and running. That's a good sign. So, there we go. Just have to take it and have codes cleared out of it. Just get rid of check engine light. It's got a few other things. I know I haven't covered really what the truck is. It's a 6-liter GM Chevy 2500 HD. It is extended cab. Didn't really care for that, but it is what it is. I got to swap out the seats in it. One of them's broken, but they're the same seats as in that truck, even though it's 1500. And I'm gonna change out the tailgate. Probably gonna take that door off, put it on this one if it'll work right. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it will, even though it is suicide or extended cab. But yeah, that's it. 4x4. It's got ball in it, everything, trailer hookups. Decent truck. It drives good and it runs good, but it has got some things wrong with it. I've got to it's got probably gonna have to have head gaskets put on. I think the intake needs taking off and then resealing, which I'll probably do that. I don't know for sure. It just depends on how much time I've got. I know it's got to have a new oil plug to go on the bottom of the pan. I don't know why all this is wrong with it, but it is. You wouldn't think it'd need all that, but it does. So I think that's it. I think that's really all it needs other than cleaning up. But it's a pretty good truck. It's got a Vortex 6-liter in it, not the 8-liter like Dad's truck has. His has that 8-liter. Those engines on those 8-liters though, they were good engines, but they used oil and they ticked when you crunk them up. They sounded like, well, this one did, but they sound like a diesel when you crank them up. Dad made GM give him an extended warranty on that truck because it was so bad. And then the engineers told him that he used to work in the Air Force, and that if the engines on the airplanes didn't use oil, they tore them down and rebuilt them because there was something wrong. Dad told him, said, that's exactly why I don't fly. He was not too happy. But I don't know. It's good engine. Those 8-liters were good. Or I think I forget, it's like 8 point something liter. Big V8. I can't remember what the actual liter is on those trucks. That one there's a 6. The 1500 was 5.3, which it's kind of like 350. It is a really good engine for Chevy. The 5.3 is. I'd never had a 6.0 though, or a 6-liter. Shouldn't call it a 6.0. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on the video if you would. Hit the like button, and if you want to, tell your friends about the videos, whatnot. Like, keep the channel growing and going in the right direction. See y'all next time.